iOS 27 has officially leaked. That's right, everything you see here is based on the real deal we'll see at wwdc in only 11 days. Our boy Mark Gurman went ahead and did something he's never done before. He had people design renders of what iOS 27 will look like based on official internal Apple information he received. So major props to Mark Gurman for not only describing what he's seen, but also rendering what he's seen as well. First, the new Siri. Siri has been widely expected to receive a new design, ditching the glowing light around the screen in favor of integrating Siri into the dynamic island instead. Gurman has described us many variations of how the Siri design would look like, at one point intending to be a face similar to the Face ID glyph. Now Gurman has shown us that Apple is settling on this design, a new animation that pops out of the dynamic island, which kind of feels reminiscent of the standard Siri orb we've had since iOS 14. Now I wonder how this design will look like on devices without a dynamic island, as Apple has the iPhone 17e in the lineup, which still has a notch, yet still supports Apple Intelligence thanks to its A19 chip, alongside last year's iPhone 16e. Not to mention every iPad and Mac as well, so it'll be interesting to see how this all works. Another feature is a new search or ask interface, which will allow you to manually type or use voice commands system-wide. Now here's something that'll surely drop controversy. This search and ask interface will be accessible by swiping down on the top middle of your screen, where the notch or dynamic island resides, removing the ability to swipe down for the notification center in the top middle. If you want to get to the notification center, you have to swipe from the top left now. This will surely be a learning curve for many people, but I assume we'll get used to it. Gurman also notes that if you swipe down further, it'll enable the full chatbot interface in the Siri app. Speaking of the Siri app, Gurman gave us a first look at that as well. Just like most other chat apps, the Siri app holds your list of conversations, but weirdly enough, by default it's in a grid view. This is weird, as basically every other chat app like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude, DeepSeek, Perplexity, Grok, literally all of them listed in a list view. Now luckily enough, it seems you'll be able to switch between the grid and list views thanks to this icon. And the chatbot interface itself looks, well, exactly like any other chatbot you've used before. When you ask information, Siri will present rich text cards and results, and it can even use on-device local processing to gather data from your apps to get proper personal context listed here. And just as rumored, you'll be able to select your own third-party AI models to use with Siri and the Siri app, like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, DeepSeek, and much more. And the Apple Foundation models themselves will be using Google Gemini technology. So overall, this looks to be the year where Siri finally gets smart and useful. Hopefully I don't jinx it, but fingers are crossed that Apple actually delivers here. In addition to the new Siri interface and Siri app, visual intelligence will now be integrated into the camera app itself with the new Siri mode. Now, by the render Gurman provided, it looks pretty similar to the current visual intelligence interface, but now just in a new place. And speaking of the camera app, the app itself will become more customizable and professional oriented. Now you'll be able to add the widgets and icons you want to use in the camera app, in the positions you want as well. And the capture modes themselves can be replaceable. So say you don't want that studio mode in the camera app, you can just get rid of it. This is very great to see, and perfect for any iPhone photo or videographer. And the final things Gurman showed us is the new grammar checker and photo editing features. The grammar checker looks about what you'd expect for any grammar checker, but the photos editing features look a bit different. There will be a new dedicated section for Apple Intelligence photo editing tools, including 3 new ones, 2 of which showcased here. First is Extend, which can add on to more of your photo after you take it. This feels like it kind of defeats the whole purpose of taking a photo in the first place, but I guess it exists. And the second is Reframe, where if you take a spatial photo, you can reframe the photo to be taken at a different angle. Also feels a bit dodgy, and apparently these 2 features don't work all too well internally at Apple in the moment. And seeing how poorly the cleanup tool is currently implemented, I don't have high hopes, but we'll see. There's also a third feature that, while not shown in these renders, is still coming. A new enhance tool, which can balance colors of your photo automatically. This feels like a direct result of the Pixelmator acquisition because this feature already exists in Pixelmator Pro and Photomator. Hopefully it'll be much better executed than the horrible feature on Sony's latest Xperia 1 Mark VIII. There are a few more features that, while Gurman hasn't shown us in the renders here, are still coming in iOS 27 based on his prior reporting. For one, the Shortcuts app will be getting a major revamp, allowing users to create shortcuts and automations using natural language. The Image Playground app will also be getting a revamp that maybe won't suck as much this time around. It'll be getting this new column-like interface and improved models that won't be as sloppy as we have right now. Apple will also be adding the ability to generate new wallpapers to use on your device. And those photo editing tools we talked about earlier may be getting the ability to use natural language with voice and text prompts to edit your photos to your liking. Apple somewhat gave us a preview of this at WWDC 2024, where they showcased asking Siri to make this photo pop, and Siri automatically adjusted the photo without the user needing to touch anything. But of course, that, alongside all the other practical Siri features, never shipped. Now it sounds like there will be an actual interface for this feature, kinda along the lines of what Samsung and Google integrated on their phones. Aside from AI, the biggest headline change for iOS 27 will be stability and refinements, something that iOS has needed for years. iOS 27 will be the first stability and performance-focused release since iOS 12, and it's very overdue, especially after the mess of iOS 26 and iOS 18. And as a result of this performance and stability update will also be a boost in battery life. And this update will be well shipped on the first foldable iPhone coming this fall, the iPhone Ultra. iOS 27 will feature some exclusive features for the iPhone Ultra, such as exclusive multitasking features and support for iPad exclusive apps. So, that's your first real look at the biggest iOS 27 features, like the new Siri, new camera app, grammar checker, and a bunch of other features. We don't have to wait much longer for Apple to officially unveil all of this and more on June 8th. Let me know what you're most excited for in the comments, and get subscribed to my iOS 27 Beta 1 stream on June 8th, where I'll install iOS 27 Beta 1 live and look through all the newest features.